Hey, each year, VA serves nearly 500,000 veterans who are diagnosed and treated for cancer, making VA the largest integrated provider of oncology in the nation. And their approach includes prevention, screening, and treatment that often includes cutting-edge approaches from clinical trials. And since May is National Cancer Research Awareness Month, we're speaking about the VA's world-class care with the National Program Director for Oncology at the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, Dr. Michael Kelley. Dr. Michael Kelley, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we want to start, Doctor, with, of course, May being National Cancer Research Awareness Month. You tell us about VA's cancer research.
So first of all, getting a diagnosis of cancer can be quite upsetting for the patient, their family, and friends. For veterans who are diagnosed with cancer, VA stands shoulder to shoulder with them throughout their care. We provide a comprehensive, compassionate, and expert program of treatment and diagnosis, as well as screening and prevention. But we also want to improve the standard cares that are available so we can improve the lives of people who are affected by cancer. And we do that through research. Clinical trials is one form of research that is investigating new treatments or improvements to old treatments to see whether they should be adopted for everyone. And participating in those trials sometimes gives you early access to those treatments or helps people who come after you who are also diagnosed with cancer. We also learn a lot from the large number of patients in the VA who are diagnosed with cancer using our medical record system to collect data on what type of treatments and outcomes that they had and discovering new information about how to treat the next patient. VA partners with some of the most outstanding technology companies in the country to look at new ways of integrating advanced technologies such as molecular genetics, and artificial intelligence. And we use all that information to generate new findings that go into improving the lives of not only veterans, but all those who are diagnosed with cancer.
Wow. So, Dr. Michael, so with that, the VA partnering with all those different companies, how is the VA going to make clinical trials more accessible, not only to veterans, but outside of VA as well?
Yeah, so as you say, clinical trials should be part of all veterans' standard of care, so it should be considered by everyone. And not all veterans have a clinical trial that's available to them in the VA. If we have it in the VA, great. But if we don't, what we do is we try to look for partnerships with some of the cancer centers that are in the community, some of the NCI designated cancer centers and others to see what clinical trials might be available and appropriate for an individual patient.
Well, thank you so much. It's very valuable information. We appreciate it, Doctor.